Hi, you guys. I'm trying to be quiet because my dad's sleeping. I had the most horrible dream. Sun's not even up yet. But I had to get up and tell you guys. I had a dream that I was on a base, I think, with other people. And we were told to stay put. And they cordoned us off. And then all of a sudden they opened the door and they said run. So we all went running out into like this corridor. And somebody said hit the ground. So everybody got down like on the ground. And there was a voice that said, this is like Hiroshima. And the windows blew out. And I was holding the back of my head and my neck because I didn't know if the ceiling was going to fall on us. And people started getting radiation poisoning. There was a girl in front of me and her arm was broken, but it wasn't in a sling. And she said, I can't breathe. I can hardly breathe. And then other people, this other girl was throwing up continuously. And then that same voice said, some will live and some will die. And then I seen a bunch of people wading through water that was filled with pollution about up to their waist. And at the very end, I saw two of the people, their whole mouths and their throat lit up with this color. And I think I was being shown the radiation. It's the most terrifying dream I've had in a long time. I thought I was there and I thought I was never going to see my son again. I thought I was going to die there. I don't know what that means. But I had to share it with you guys. It's pretty horrific. I'm going to try to lay back down for a little bit. It is 7 a.m., March the 25th. I just had a dream about Armageddon. I'm going to try to tell you as much as I remember. Everybody was working and just living life like they were. Well, cold. And I was me in it, I guess. But I was working. And my husband was working at the shop next to me. It was at night, and I was standing with my boss outside, and we saw all these UFOs in the sky. I mean, like a lot of them. And I gotta get this fan off of me. It's freezing. And they all went, oh God, there were so many of them. Sorry, Lord. Just a bunch in the sky, and we were all like, whoa. And then right behind them were all these military helicopters and stuff. And then right behind that was these locusts. And I mean, there were millions of them. And I hit the ground. because they were all over me. They were in my hair. I got back inside the building. Hold on. Sorry, I had to get up on my bed. I got back in the building, and I was getting desperate to get to my husband, and I got to him, and I was asking him where our son was, and he said at home. And in my dream, he didn't live very far away. There were already people out there getting rounded up. So somebody had to make me a back way to get to my house. And I got to my house and my front door was off. And my son was laying there in the front of the house on the couch crying. And I grabbed him. He immediately got up when he saw me, and I was hugging him and stuff. It was so horrible. And then we had to get back to my husband, to Jake. And we got back to him. No, he met us all back there, I think, to the house, because I was trying to get the right kind of shoes on, and I was trying to get what I could, like the right shoes on my feet and a coat. That's pretty much, and I was asking if we had a tent. Outside, there were people being rounded up that had taken the seems like the people that took the vaccine were being rounded up too. Because at first I thought they were just rounding up us, but then I realized, no, they were rounding up everyone, and they were even rounding up little kids. And when they came for me, they caught the group of people that I was walking with, I just took a run for it. I really thought I was there. The Lord is coming. He's coming soon. We have to get right. We have to get right. I thought I was going to die in there. I literally thought that I was going to have to take a run for it. Right then, right there. That's all I can remember. If I remember anything else, I'll video it. God's coming. This is part 2 of my dream. I don't think it was me. The more I think about it, it was obviously my husband that I saw and my son that I saw, but I think they may have just been so that I understood the situation, because now that I think about it, I had a daughter too, and in real life I don't have a daughter. There were also these people that were evil. They were going around. There were several more things happening. There are also people that had some sort of a sickness, or something was happening to their body limbs. they were like disappearing. They were eroding away. I don't know what was happening to them, but there were people that were missing parts of their feet. There were also people, these guys that were going around, it was chaos. They were killing people. This guy had a sword and he was like stabbing people with him. And he came after me. He tried to get me. He didn't get me. And then this other evil lady, like she was possessed by something. She grabbed this kid and there was a knife on the ground and she was probably about 15 feet away from me at this point. And I just hurled that knife at her and I got her in the back. And she went down and her and the child went down, but I got her. And the kid was not with her anymore. I mean, the kid was fine. It was absolute chaos. There was also kids on a stretcher, on stretchers that they were taking off. And this was in the middle. My dream was nighttime when it started, and then it got daylight. And I can't go back to sleep. I'm just, this was a lot to take in. I thought I was there. And I haven't dreamed like that in a few years. I don't know when the timeline of this stuff is going to happen. I have no idea. When I dream, sometimes it's a few years span. I just really don't know. I'm just telling you, 1 minute life was fine, and the next minute, all hell broke loose. It was complete chaos. And as soon as it started happening, the good and the bad came out of the woodwork. We have to get ourselves right with God. Lately, so many people have been coming to me, telling me that they're having demonic attacks with shadow people. Whatever you wouldn't do in front of Jesus, stop doing. He's coming. Things they're coming. I don't know how far into this that the Christians stay. I don't. All I know that is when it happens, it's going to happen instantaneously. 1 minute, everything's going to be fine, and the next, just like that, it's going to be hell on earth. I really thought I was there. This is the second time I've dreamt about the locust. We are living in Revelation. And I don't know how in order Revelation is. But the Euphrates is dried up. And we know there's angels underneath, fallen angels that are going to be released. If the Euphrates is dried up, that means, like the video I just watched the other day, that the sixth trumpet has been blown. We aren't necessarily going to hear these things ourselves. the good news is that God says that before anything takes place, that the angels will hold back the winds and the waters and mark his children. He chose you first. Get right with him because time is running out. It's running out. Nobody knows but the Father, but I'm telling you, time is running short.